Hello everyone, this is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. In today's video, we're going to finish off the Spring of 1916 turn in our demonstration game of Global War 1914. And we are on the Ottoman Empire's turn. So, the Ottoman Empire has one major factory, and they've got, the only thing they've got started on the tech chart is improved logistics, and they could probably use that, because one of the things you can do with that is you increase your rail capacity by 1, and they've only got 1 right now, so being able to move 2 things would be pretty good. And there's not really, you know, like they can't use depth charges and hydrophones. They're in the desert in the mountains, so tanks aren't going to be any good for them. Not too many trench lines, so you know, anyway, let's just do that one. Improve logistics. So I need a 7 or more. And we got a 5. Okay, all that for nothing. Anyway, a couple of attacks we've got. Actually, yeah, just 2 attacks. Here we go. So this guy, let's see here, set that down. This guy here, we're going to move over here, because none of these guys are convoy escorts, so none of them are going to be involved. And we're going to go up here, and everybody here is going to go to this spot right here. So that's all of them. And the artillery, they're all going into there. Okay, that's the only 2 attacks. So let's do the convoy rating. First, they're going to be the black dice, and they're +1. And that's a no-go. Okay. Now, let's see. We've got 1 artillery at 3, because we're going into mountains here. 4, too bad. And then we have a mountain infantry and 2 elite infantry. They would all be at 2. Let's make one of them a 3. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll make our 2 infantry a 1. Okay. So the mountain infantry is supported by the artillery. He's going to be the green dice. The black dice will be the Ottoman guards. They'll be at 2, and the infantry will be the white dice at 1. Okay. Looks like no hits. Okay. So then we've got 2 infantry, 2 militia. Infantry at 4, militia at 2. Okay, 1 hit. So we'll lose 1 infantry for the Ottomans. And we're going to go again, and we're going to do the same thing again. Okay, so that's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. Nice. Good roll all around, but oh, these 2 aren't in there. These were the militia dice. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, and then they've got 2 militia, 2 infantry. Look at that, terrible roll. So they've got 1 infantry left. And here we go again. Oh, that's, oh, too bad. That's their last shot. Too bad. And they've got one infantry. Miss. Okay. So we lose 1 infantry, and we only have 1 infantry left for the other guys. Okay, so that's the result up there. The Russians are left with only 1 infantry. But they hang on to the territory. And these guys only lost 1 infantry. That's actually a pretty good attack. It would have been better if they had gotten it, of course, right? Okay. And the Ottoman sub didn't get anything. Okay. Just looking around. Okay, yeah. So, non-combat moves. Let's go. Let's go 1 infantry here. 1 infantry down here. These 2 infantry up. Oh, by the way, I bought 3 colonial troops and 3 infantry. Let's do this guy down here. Actually, let's rail him. Let's rail him down to, I think that's Syria. Okay. I believe that's it. So, oh, no, it's not it. We're gonna move one of these guys up. We got to be careful at our capital now because we've got a couple of British transports and a couple of French transports in the water. And let's put a chip under this guy too. Okay, so let's place our units. We'll place the infantry here, and we'll place 2 infantry back in Constantinople. And we've got 3 colonial troops. So we'll put 1 here. Put another 1 here. Let's just make sure that there's, oh yeah, there's manpower icon. Put another 1 here. And we're done. Okay, let's move this back. And we have, we're at 8 IPP this time, but we have wartime economy. Looking for big numbers, big numbers. 10, that's really good. That's better than last time. So, 18 IPP, that's pretty good. Who's next? Russia. Okay, so Imperial Russia. Now, they have got 1 major factory and they're gonna go for defense in depth. They're already at stage 2, so that's a 7 or more. Oh, it rolled all around to good ones. Went to a bad one. Plus they have 1 free roll on the diplomacy chart. They're gonna go with Norway. 1, that's good. That's stage 1 for Norway. That's the first time they've gotten that one. So there they go. Now, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. My purchases are going to be, what is it, 6 infantry, 27, 31. Yeah, they got 31 IPP. So 6 infantry, 2 artillery, one's getting built in the United States, and 2 militia. Okay, let's take a good look at this. Because I looked at it for a couple minutes and there's a couple of ways we could go. So you could take these and these into here, right? And then what's left for them? Not much. Always have to have in the back of your mind, the defense is better than offense in this game, right? We've got a pretty good defense right now. The one that stands out to me is this one here. if we were to take one, because this is the one that doesn't have a trench line. Both of these two have trench lines. Those are the only ones that we can hit, is those 3 territories. Although this one here, you know, it'd be pretty dicey trying to get this one, because they've got 6 infantry, 3 artillery. We've got 2 artillery, 2 Cossacks, only 5 infantry. See what I mean? Nothing really standing out for us. That's why I'm thinking this one here, like you could do, no, you couldn't really go after both of them, could you? Because you wouldn't have enough to get this one. You'd just be sacrificing units going after that guy, I think, because their trench line and their artillery are gonna take some off of you. I think just this one here. So we can't use the militia. We can use this infantry and these infantry and the artillery. Geez, it seems like that's all we got. I guess, you know, it would probably be smart if we used a Cossack as well. We could use 2 of them, but I don't know that I want to sacrifice 2 of them, because I think they can hit us back. So let's just take a look down here. I don't know that we can do anything. We definitely can't go down there. But we've got this guy as well. It's just 1 naval infantry. At some point we're going to see if we can buy another one, right? Because we do have 1 transport down there. You know what we could do down there? I never even thought of that. Look at that. We can convoy this line here, because they've got no seaplanes. We could convoy that sucker all day. Should have been doing that earlier. And, oh, you know, I was going to say we could do attrition too, but that would be a bad idea against this guy, because they've got counter battery fire. So we shoot 1 and then he shoots 3. But we could go after this guy, because they don't have counter battery fire. Let's do that. All right. We've got it all figured out. Okay, let's do that attrition first. So 1-1 against Galicia. Missed. Now, we've got 1 artillery, they've got 1 artillery. They will be the black one, we will be the red one. Both of them are at 4. Yeah. So the Germans get a hit. We will take off 1 infantry. Okay. Now what do we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 infantry, 1 supported by artillery. So that would be 4 at 2 and 1 at 3. And then let's make the Cossack purple. Here we go. Okay, that's a hit. This needs to be re-rolled. Okay, that's a hit and that's a hit. So 2 hits on the Germans. And they have 3 infantry at 4. 1 hit. So 2 hits. We'll take off 2 infantry for the Russians and 2 infantry for the Germans, since we're not worried about a trench line. And then round 2, we've got an artillery and 2 unsupported infantry, a Cossack, and a supported infantry. Okay, that's a hit, and that's it. And they have 2 at 4. one hit. So one each. Take off an infantry each. Okay, last round. So artillery, unsupported infantry, supported infantry, and Cossack. So the Cossacks, here I'll just roll them one at a time. So artillery, missed. Cossack at 4, got him, okay. And then they've got 1 artillery, that's a miss. Okay. Well, that was fairly painful. So this guy comes off. And we get a Russian pie. And they go up 2 IPP. Let's do that afterwards. Let's just finish off here. Okay, now we're going to need to rejig our lines for sure, aren't we? Let's see, we could put... I'm just wondering how we fortify this city so they can't take it. Like if we move all these militia in, we can only place 1 here. So we move some of these over. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can move that guy in 9. We're going to want 6 here. So we can move 3 in and place 1. Actually, we can move 4 in because we can place 1 here. So that wouldn't be... You know what? We could shift these militia over though. Yeah, let's do that. I want to try to hold that city. You know, like you're +1 on your infantry in a city, right? So that's why I want to do that. Okay, so this... 2, 3, 4, 5, no 4. Then we place 1, 5, and then that's 6. Oh, we can rail down this artillery that came from the United States as well. Okay, so where are we going to put that? Thinking either here or in the city of Warsaw. Let's put it in Warsaw. Okay, let's grab chips then. Now I'm also going to place one of the artillery that I'm purchasing there. So let's just put 2 in. The one that we non-combat moved and the one we purchased. And then we're going to place an infantry here. Okay. And we're going to place, so that's 2 infantry. When I say 2, I mean that's the 2nd infantry I placed. This will be 3 and 4, 5, and then I think we'll place the other one down here. That's 6. We bought 2 militia, so we'll place 1 here. Because we can't put them here, can we? Yeah, we can't. There's only 1 manpower icon there. So the other one, we'll place them here. Okay. Oh, you know what we didn't do is that convoy against the Turkish. Let's just go ahead and do that. Black dice will be offense. +1. Missed it, okay. All right then. The Russians are up 1 and, or sorry, yeah, they're up 2, down 1. So they're up 1, that's 19. Plus their wartime economy 8. So 27 IPP for the Russians. And we move on. Okay, I thought that it was America's turn, but it's actually Italy's turn, but that's okay. I'll just put the American section of the video after the Japanese. I was looking at my old IPP chart, which has the turn order on it, but the turn order has changed since then. So it's supposed to be Italy's turn after Russia. Anyway, here we go. They are going to, they have one major factory, so they're going to go for wartime economy. Yeah, they haven't got any on there yet. 2, they missed. Okay. They don't have any combat, so let us move. Okay. We are going to do a bit of escorting. So let's go here with this guy. And let's go here with this guy. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so then these guys, let's split them up too. Let's go like that. Okay, that's it. So I bought, I had 8 IPP, bought an infantry and an artillery, and they're both going to go into northern Italy. You know what, my camera's in the way, so I'm just going to put them in there after I shut the video off. And that's it for the Italian turn. They're going to collect 8 IPP again. Pretty simple turn now. So you see there, I put the infantry and the artillery on, but I also decided to move the mountain infantry up from Rome up north to northern Italy. So let's go and do Japan's turn. Okay, Japan's got 13 IPP this turn, but before we do that, let's roll. Let's go improve construction. So that's a 7. Okay, missed. Okay. All right. So we've got a dreadnought here on stage 2. So we're going to pay 4 IPP and take it to stage 1, and then we're going to what else? That's 4, so we got 9 left. We're going to go 1 naval infantry. No, we're going to go a transport instead and save 2 IPP. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay. So, let's move. We've got these guys coming out to here. And then we're going to bring 1 guy with us on the transport. And then, oh, we've got no, we don't have an attack move there, do we? We killed that guy last time. You killed me. Okay, so then we're going to put our dreadnought down. And we save 2, plus, we collect 6, plus, let's see what we get. 6. So we collect 12 and we save 2, so that's 14 that we should have. So then it'll be America's turn and finish off with China. Okay, it's time for the United States of America. Their income is at 30 IPP right now, their peacetime income, so time to roll to increase that. Oh, that's totally cocked. 2. So they go to 32. All right. They could be, they need a 5 next time to be at wartime economy. Anyway, now they have 4 major factories, so they're going to go strategic bomber. Whoop. Let me just throw that around first. Okay. Strategic bomber, and that's at 7. Missed. Wartime economy at 7. Missed. Improved construction at 7. Got it. So that goes to stage 4. And improved logistics at 7. Okay, missed. So the improved construction means that it's going to be cheaper for them to build ships. Okay, I got it figured out. I had it figured out before, but then the improved construction meant I had to spend $1. I couldn't save it. Okay, I've got 2 roles on the diplomacy chart. They're going to go for, what's that one? Peru and the Netherlands. So let's go Netherlands. Missed. And Peru. Missed. Okay. So there's our purchases. We're doing an infantry each for the Russians, the British, and the French. That's 3 of them. We're going to do 3 infantry, 1 colonial troop, and 1 U.S. Marine. And I moved the dreadnought from stage 3 to stage 2. Okay, let's move over here. I don't have an attack, of course. The Americans are not at war. I mean, I could attack anybody down here, but I'm just not in a position to do that right now. So let's start moving guys around. Okay, let's take that guy off and put a chip on down here. And we'll move the cavalry, move the U.S. Marine down there. And we're going to move the torpedo boat and the cruiser down here as well. You know what, let's move, I was going to take that guy back up, but let's move him down there. Okay. I'm going to move this up here so I don't get in my way. Here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep those guys there. Okay, so this guy's coming down. There's a couple infantry, placing them here. This guy's coming down with a Marine and a naval infantry. Remember, I had to change that Marine to a naval infantry because you couldn't buy 2 of the elite infantry, which are the U.S. Marines. So I had to switch them to a naval infantry. And that's it for my moves. So I just got a Lend-Lease and then place. Okay. Okay, so I'm done placing. I've placed a colonial troop here, an infantry here. That's all I could place down there. I placed 1 infantry in Washington. I placed a U.S. Marine and an infantry in Texas. They do have manpower of 2 there. And then we just need to go and do the Lend-Lease. We've got our artillery. 1 for the British is going in here, along with each of them gets an infantry as well. So there we go. And the French, they get their artillery right here, and their infantry right here. And the Russians get theirs in the usual spot right there. And that's it for the Americans. So who's next? All right, China's turn. So we need to pull 3 cards, 1 at a time. Zhili. Add 1 infantry to any territory. Well, they've only got 1. And so I will throw 1 down for the Zhili. Actually putting a chip down because they had an infantry there. Next card. Ennui. The warlord steals the nationalist money and purchases places units immediately. So that's a card that we had earlier for the Gili. Okay, so they got 5 IPP. Let's buy an infantry, or we could buy an artillery, couldn't we? So it's either an infantry and a militia or an artillery. Let's do the infantry militia because they're in a city there, and there's I can put up to 3 things there, so let's do that. And that's in Peking. Okay, last card. Oh, let's put that one back. Last card. Another Gili. Geez, no nationalists this time. Add 1 artillery to any territory. Well, I'd say this turn is starting out pretty good for these guys. I think this is the first artillery Gili's had in this game. Okay, so let's move over here now. And the nationalists, the other thing, the nationalists don't have any money to spend. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then. So, nationalist turn. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? I was going to do a couple of attacks. Now I'm not sure what to do. There's lots of time left in the game. I think what I'll do is I'll just go after the Gili. So I'm going to leave an infantry up here and come down with these guys. Let's get this guy out of the way. And then these guys here, except for 1 infantry. Now they have got to go across a river from here, but those guys don't have to cross a river. So 4 artillery, yeah, and they've got a, Gili've got an artillery as well. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Okay. Let's get going here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so 4 artillery for the nationalists and 1 artillery for the Gili, and they're all at 4 first strike. Yeah, that one's good enough. Nothing. Wow. That didn't work out too well. So then 4 artillery, and there's 4 infantry class units, so I guess, oh geez, I forgot those other 2 infantry. That's okay. There was 2 more infantry that could have reached them, but that's fine. So I guess the 2 have to cross a river. So with the artillery, it's 2 at 2 here. 1 hit, and then 2 at 3, plus the horse at 3. The cavalry. So 1 plus, I think that's close enough too. So 1 plus 1 is 2 hits, and then they have 2 infantry and a militia. 1 hit. So 2 to 1 in the hits. Obviously these guys are going to want to take off the militia. And these guys, oh, they've got to take off 2, don't they? So they've got to take off, let's take off the infantry. Did I have any? I always forget that, don't I? I'm just going to pause this for a second. Okay, I was just checking to see if I should have retreated there, and and I didn't. Okay, so let's go again. All right, so there's 4 artillery for the nationalists at 4. 1 hit. And 3 infantry class at 3 actually, because they've crossed the river. Nope. And Oh, I should have done these separately, shouldn't I? You know what, I'll back out for that, because like 2 of them would have been mountain infantry, which aren't included in that. It's just the regular infantry, I believe. So I'll back out the infantry, and then we've got the cavalry missed. Okay. So the Gili have a artillery at 4 and an infantry at 4. 1 hit. Okay, so I can't lose my infantry because he's not there anymore. So I'm going to lose the cavalry. Okay. No, you know what? I'm going to lose the mountain infantry. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Last round. So they've got 4 artillery. Okay, that's got them. And 1 artillery back. And they got them. Okay. Let's move this up. Okay, I just had somebody at the door. Anyway, here we go. Let's take one of these off and put a chip down. And put the artillery in. And we do have to take 1 off. Let's take the mountain infantry off. And this is off. And this has retreated. Here, like this. Okay. We need this. Geez, all they got in there is artillery. This would be a good time for these guys to get a mandatory offensive. Try to kill their artillery. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. So, non-combat moves. Oh, the cavalry. The cavalry's got to be in there too. And this infantry's there. I thought that looked weird. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's all I'm going to do. So the national, or the warlords, same thinking as last time. I don't think it's going to help us to move those guys, because in case they get a mandatory offensive, we don't want them to have to attack the ennui. So that's it for this round. We will be going to summer of 1917 next. Thank you for joining me today. Take care, everyone. Oh, I just mentioned China gets an extra $1 there. That place was $1, so they're up to 6. So take care, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.